Alright, everybody, welcome back. So we are gonna be running this one. So gonna have to see what's gonna happen. Seems to be super grippy, kinda combo, you know. The cars will stick to the track pretty easily, but I have noticed that this track had also been burning up the right front tires pretty easily, so that's gonna be a key, you know, figuring out the right balance between having the pace and saving up the tires for the last push. I don't know how this is gonna go. We get pretty good with one lap qualifying, which is kind of shocking for this place for me, because usually I'm pretty slow here on one lap pace. But we'll see. Being P3 is pretty good here, so we can stay ahead of potential trouble, some issues, and bit rates. Not that I've been seeing a lot that people are just really struggling to get loose here, so that's kind of like limiting the rates here. But people tend to drive pretty stupid at Bristol, and there's only like 70 people signed up this hour, so the SOF is not the best here. I'm already feeling pretty tight. That 20 scared the shit out of me. And there's a bit right behind me that took out P5. So we're in pretty good spots. Officially talk about dodgeball here. Glad we're able to miss it. Cannot hesitate. We cannot hesitate here. Lappers getting in way of P1 and P2 all the time, and that's keeping me close. Let this person go. Yeah, there's no freaking way for me to go. Try and stay out of trouble here, really. That's goal number one. That's the key number one, stay out of trouble. Just manage to lap traffic. But that's why storing P3 was big. It helps us stay out of trouble for the most part. Course, I get no help, but this guy, the lapper, helped the guy behind me. That's kind of bullshit. Historically, I like to take the middle and cut down. So we'll see how this is going to play out. Seems to be working well for me. And we're pulling away from the guy behind me. Running pretty good times here. also comparing to the 3. Still keeping up with number 3, which is good. This is looking pretty good. Yeah. More likely than not, we're gonna be P3. A lot of clean track now, though. A lot of clear track. See what we can do. We're pulling this guy back in a little bit, but I don't think this is gonna be enough. Just trying to counter the tightness that's creeping in on the right front tire being worn out. Never liked racing that guy. Kinda got in my way again. This is typical of him. Still P3. Tires are pretty much spent. Could be worse. Could be worse. Definitely a good way to get some of iRacing back after the disaster that was last week. Still pretty good with the pace. Don't have it comparing to number 3 here. This is fine. Let's get free, you know, good notes. Gain some good notes for next time. Number 3 really stayed to the bottom the whole time. Even gave up some pace, some laps to stay at the bottom, and it's paying off for him now. It's paying off. Getting really tight, but we got like 10 more laps. Should easily get P3 finished here. So there's like no one around us, which is perfect. This is like perfect. There's no one around us, so we got a lot of room to miss people if we need to. I mean, this person's sitting with 6 seconds behind me. 6 seconds behind me is the next person, and there's like Pat racing ahead of us, so we got some room to breathe. We got some room to pace. And our lap times are very good comparing to P4 and 5 here, so but yet my brake by started at 53 for this race, and I had gone down all the way to 50. You're all wondering how I'm keeping the pace. I'm also kind of like adjusting my lines when I got tired. I just going to attack the middle and then cut down like this. It helps with the tires lay on. At least to keep up with the pace. Lay on. Alright, we got 2 more laps. I'm not gonna fight anyone really hard now. Like this guy, for example. I'm shit. Gonna be chill. I'm not gonna force anything here to get by this guy. He's really slow, so I'm just gonna keep the pace here. The next person behind me is now 7 seconds. That's crazy. Number 3's trying to win this, so... Alright, we finished the P3. And number 3 fell a half second short winning the race. So, pretty good run, pretty good run. This is perfect for, you know, recovering our iRating. So I'm happy with this. That was good. That was a good run. I'm happy with this. Pretty rare clean race for me here, so... Very rare for me to have this good of a result at this place. So I'm happy with this. Definitely really happy with this. Turn this off for a second. Another way here. Another way. And then there's a pile up hold on. 20 getting to the 17. Maybe a little bit net curring going on here, but 17's gonna go for the spin. That's why I walk it to start P3 to stay away, to not be held back by rats like this. Ooh, that's painful. That wasn't even that bit of a contact. That's painful. And he's probably gonna have to wait forever to get back down. Well, he's just waiting. Oh my goodness. That's a bad situation. Ooh. Multiple people came into that. Yes, that's why the race got pretty lonely for me, because there's so many people dying early on here. Like, good gracious, this is crazy. Alright, and then I think this is when P5 got taken out. This is unfortunate for this guy. It's not like he was running a bad race, and then he got like a broken wheel hub. And that one took out like 2 or 3 other people. Oh, it's unfortunate when stuff like that happens, and then people getting caught up when damage their car trying to leave. It made the situation worse. That 20's kind of menace. Alright, and then we got 15 JV. So skillful. Alright. I don't know why he was popping up. I accidentally hit the R, the control R. I didn't mean for that. So I don't know who this is. And then we got some random TikTok person spinning out. And that was it. I think this is a TikTok. Yeah, never mind. This is a TikTok guy. He's the winner of this one, so pretty happy with this overall. That was pretty solid. We did what we needed to do, so got the job done here. Sorry. Yeah, so we're now like, we covered it almost 100 points and we lost 350 iRating. We covered it about 100. So we're working toward it. We're working toward it. Doing the best we could do. But yeah, got a job. Yeah, pretty good job in this race. Alright, I'm happy with this. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Leave comments. Always helpful to comments. Yeah, all that stuff. You know, I'm just being a typical YouTuber here. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all later and have a good Thanksgiving. I'm assuming I'm gonna post this tomorrow, so which would be Wednesday. So yeah, enjoy this.